Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in today's review, I'm going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition Voyager class Thundercracker. But let me know what you think of this figure in the comment section down below. Is it a pickup or a pass? Let's now take a look at the packaging. At the front, we have an image of Thundercracker in his robot and alt mode, next to a window showing off the figure in the packaging. Below that, the Transformers Studio Series and Transformers War for Cybertron logos, as well as Thundercracker and a Decepticon symbol. Turning to the side of the box, we have another image of Thundercracker in his robot mode, with all of the text from the front of the box repeated below. Moving to the back of the box, the figure transforms. In 29 steps, we do have a product shot of the figure in his robot and alt mode, and a final two showing off the included accessories. We also have a brief description or bio written in several different languages that I will read for you right now. So it does say Thundercracker joins the forces with Megatron to learn how to control Dark Energon. And for the final side, we do have Thundercracker's arm, an Autobot symbol, the Transformers Studio Series logo, and Voyager class written in several different languages. Here we have Thundercracker in his robot mode. Let's take a look at the details, starting at the very top. With that head sculpt, we have some black for the helmet section, silver at the face, and red for the eyes, which should have been a more vibrant red because at certain angles, Thundercracker looks a bit lifeless. Next to that, we do have the collar pieces made out of a glossy blue plastic and metallic purple. Going down, we do have the cockpit made out of a pliable orange rubber and silver outlining. Taking a look at the arms, we have some more of that glossy blue for the shoulder and bicep, with some really cool spikes sticking straight out, as well as some black for the forearm and hand. Taking a look at the legs, we do have the thrusters acting as the feet, which has always been one of my favorite parts of this design. And turning to the back of the figure, as you can see, everything is clean and compact. And getting right into the figure's articulation, the wings can move forward and back. Moving to the head, it can look up and down, tilt side to side, and look left and right. The collar pieces can move out and in. The arm can move forward and back, out to the side and in. There is a bicep rotation, a double jointed elbow bend, and just bringing that back out, there is a wrist rotation. Moving the arm out of the way, the waist can rotate side to side, the leg can kick forward and back, out to the side and in. There is a rotation at the top of the leg, a knee bend to a very good degree, and the foot can pivot at the ankle. As for accessories, Thundercracker includes a blaster that can be held in the figure's hand or attached onto the arm. The same can be said for the mace, and both weapons can plug onto the back, but the blaster never stays on. Starting off our rapid-fire robot mode comparisons, here we have Thundercracker with Skywarp and Starscream, and now that the iconic trio is complete, let me know in the comments what your favorite Seeker is. After that, here he is with the original War for Cybertron / Fall of Cybertron Thundercracker that came from the Thrilling 30s line, and I will say it's always interesting to see two figures of the same character and design together that were made so far apart, And as far as the robot mode goes, I would say the Gamer Edition release is a massive improvement. Up next, here he is with the Gamer Edition Barricade. And last but not least, here he is with the Age of the Primes, Solus Prime. Getting right into the figure's transformation, what you're going to want to do is fold each foot up like so. You can then turn to the back of the figure and flip each small wing out that are found on the side of each leg. You will then want to grab the backpack, untab it, hinge it out and down like so. Now moving your way up to the head, you will swivel each collar piece in until they're sticking straight up and down like so. Now working on the backpack, grab the wings and fold each panel down. Then open up the backpack, fold out this panel, and close it back up. Now swivel these sections all the way up. And going back to the chest, just hinge the arms out so you have enough clearance. Untab the chest, bring this section up, just like so. Open up the cockpit, and push the nose cone through the bottom. Grab the head, bring it up on this panel, flip it around. As you can see, we do have this large cavity that is inside the cockpit. Just tuck the head down and through that piece, close this section up, and bring it all the way up until it does lock into place. Now, working on the arms, rotate them all the way around. Do the same thing with the other one and bring both arms down and towards each other, just like so. Now, utilizing the double jointed elbow bend, bring each arm down and forward. And as you can see, we do have a tab and a slot, so those will connect together in just a sec. We also do have notches on the inside of each bicep on the arm, and there's also tabs right here. So you're going to utilize the bicep rotation and swivel both arms towards each other, and now align those tabs and notches until that all does tab into place. You can then tab the arms together, so that should all be really nice and secure. Now, working on the legs, you will flip this panel out, untab the knee, which will allow you to shift this entire section down. There is that same tab we used to tab into the knee. It's going to go right into that slot. There is also a tab and a slot there, so just bring that panel up and lock it into place. Do the exact same thing with the other one. So bring that panel out, unlock the knee, shift this entire section down, use that tab, have it go right into that slot, tab that panel up, and then go to the top of the alt mode, shift the backpack all the way back. There are tabs on these panels and slots right here and here. So just bring this down and tab it into place. You will then want to grab the wings and hinge them down until they are at the angle you like. We do have these two top fins that will rotate a full 360 until they do come together and lock into place. And that is it for transformation. Here we have Thundercracker in his Tetra Jet alt mode. Let's take a look at the details. Starting at the very front, we have some orange for the cockpit and silver highlights scattered across, as well as some glossy blue for the base color of the vehicle. Turning to the side, we do have a metallic purple Decepticon symbol on the wing and fin, as well as a red stripe. This is what the bottom looks like, and this is what the top looks like. If I had any complaints, it would be that there are far too many hollow gaps and the proportions are a bit off, with the wings being too small and the cockpit being too large. As for accessory storage, there is a port, and if you do grab the mace, there is a post. So just line those up and plug the weapon into place, and that is what that looks like. And there is another one for the blaster, but unfortunately on my copy, it never really stays in place, so I'm just going to leave it off to the side. Starting off our rapid fire alt mode comparisons, here we have Thundercracker alongside the other two iconic Seekers, that being the Gamer Edition Starscream and Skywarp. After that, here he is once again with the War for Cybertron / Fall of Cybertron Thundercracker, and this is where my opinion differs from the robot mode. So you might remember me saying earlier in the video that the Gamer Edition release does have an improved robot mode, but when it comes to the Tetra Jet, it's actually a downgrade. There are far too many gaps, and the proportions are all over the place. Up next, here he is with the Gamer Edition Cliffjumper, and last but not least, here he is alongside the Origin Jazz. Wrapping up this review on the Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition Voyager class Thundercracker. With Thundercracker's release, we've now completed the iconic trio of Seekers, which includes Starscream, Skywarp, and Thundercracker. Hopefully this means Hasbro will move on to other Seekers, such as the Coneheads or Rainmakers. As you would expect, Thundercracker is a simple repaint of the original use of this mold, that being Starscream, only this time painted in his classic colors of glossy blue, silver, and black. As for accessories, the figure includes the same mace that came with the previous variations of the mold, and a new blaster. Thundercracker's transformation is straightforward and fun to do back and forth. The figure converts into a Cybertronian Tetra Jet that has too many gaps and wonky proportions, but it's nothing I didn't already know before purchasing the figure. And that's all I have to say about this figure. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will see you next time.